The rule is observe, listen, and fulfill a need. And in order to do that, you have to be able to put yourself in someone else's place. And I think from that standpoint that the liberal arts education was very valuable. Okay, I'm originally from New Rochelle, New York. I was running track and field and I was recruited nationwide, so I had scholarship offers from coast to coast. And my dad, my mother and father are originally from Augusta, Georgia. And my dad really liked Auburn, and the coach of Auburn, the track team at the time, Coach Rosen, who ultimately went on to be the two-time Olympic coach, he recruited me down to Auburn University, and they had a specific plan for me and role for me at Auburn, and that's how I ultimately ended up choosing to go to Auburn. Coming in as a student athlete, there were a lot of firsts for me. Coming to Auburn, which was a small college town in the Deep South, so that was a real transition for me personally. For me as a student athlete, one of the things that I came up against is that those who were not student athletes felt that all athletes had preferential treatment. Granted, I did eat at Sewell Hall at the time, so we ate well. Even as a track athlete, I felt basketball and football guys got preferential treatment. But it wasn't the same for like swimmers and those in gymnastics and tennis and some of the other sports. We were much closer to being regular students than a student athlete. Loved psychology in high school. I enjoyed kind of understanding the study of human behavior. And when I had an opportunity to choose a major, I chose psychology. You know, at the time when I chose it, I wasn't really sure, what I wanted to do with psychology, but I knew that I really loved the study of human behavior, which I've used throughout my life in all the positions that I've held, including my entrepreneurial ventures. One of the things about entrepreneurialism is that entrepreneurs typically have the ability to reinvent themselves. They just continue to reinvent themselves over and over. This is my third reinvention right now. Just did a photo and web package, and that's one of the services that we offer with mytrackpicks.com. But we did a photo and web package on Candace Hill. She's a 4.50 student, and she's also ranked number one in the world as 18 and under for the 100 and 200 meters. So she's definitely an Olympic hopeful, but we created a whole spread marketing website for her to help essentially manage ultimately her brand. And I think it's really important for an individual who is pursuing a company to not pursue a job. It's the mindset. I mean, obviously they want employment, but not to pursue a job. You have to put your entrepreneurial hat on, even if you're not an entrepreneur, and think in terms of solving a problem. Anybody wants to hire a problem solver, particularly if they can solve their problem. Companies are always open. They can find money for individuals that come in and solve problems, but it's difficult to find money for someone who wants a job. My name is Steve Strother, and this is my Auburn story. War Eagle.